All righty, we are live. Hey everyone, it's Carol J. Dunlop here with you with my new friend, Melissa Jakes. And I am looking in the group to make sure we are broadcasting because we've had a little bit of issue. I don't know why it always won't get us, but we're here.
Right.
Okay, so I see we are rolling right now. Melissa's looking so pretty. Look at her. I love that.
Oh,
Big,
thank
beautiful smile. I wanted
you.
I wanted to test something like really, really quickly because we were having some sound issues. So bear with me real quick, you guys. Make sure we're all right here. Okay. Hey, Austin and Emerald, thanks so much for joining in. Melissa, say something, please, ma'am.
Yes, testing. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing this evening?
Okay. Now I'm going to see how it's going to come across. I need a second.
Okay. Getting all the kinks out.
Okay. All right. So you sound good. It sounds clear. And the only thing is weird. So, yeah. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. I'm going to put the thing off here. I think we're good. So I'm taking my thing out, and hopefully we'll be okay. All right. So one thing, the reason I wanted to do this is because it's event time. It's party time. It's Christmas time almost. Gosh, it's almost, like Thanksgiving and Halloween. All the events are about to come crashing down on us. Not to mention the events that you are going to create in your own business with your own whatever you're doing. So I got the Olivia Pope of Events. I love that title, by the way. Here, and she's going to help us get this whole thing together. And I'll tell you, I am going to be listening in. And actually, Melissa, I'm going to bring you on the screen, and you're going to take up the whole thing. I'm going to be in the background. Melissa, is the first thing we are going to talk about is what was our first subject?
Our first topic is easy venues for your events.
Okay, cool. And then I'm going to come on after her and talk about how to market this event so it can be successful and so you don't have to waste money. So, Melissa, let me bring you on there. There you go. You have the full thing. So go right ahead.
All right, you guys. So for those who don't know who I am, my name is Melissa Jakes. I am CEO and founder of Rescue Event Planning. And I'm so excited to be here with Carol. We've been working on this since, I think, a good 2 months now. And we've just been trying to get this off the ground. We're so excited to share this valuable information because as you're preparing for the new fiscal year, FY19, and first quarter is literally around the corner, you're starting to plan your events. And we wanted to give you some information that will help you plan your events effectively and efficiently and as easily as possible, because we know events can get overwhelming. But I just thrive and love to host events and help other people host events. So our first topic for today is going to be easy venues for your events. And I like to, make it simple and plain and precise and concise, because not everybody is an organizer. Not everybody is that event planner and can run logistics. And so you want to run something that's efficient for you and for your brand. And so you want to think of budget friendly, and we all love to save our coins. So when you're thinking of budget friendly, think of some places that won't cost you anything. That's something like the library. If you're having something intimate, that's probably about 10 to 15 people, you can find a space in the library if it's based in the community. So if you're thinking of something that's talking about like mental health or how to be an entrepreneur and build your own brand, that's helping community development. And you can put your proposal in, and guess what? It's free 99 for you. You just have to do a little legwork and put that proposal into the library. They love hosting events, and they love when other people are hosting events for them, because they have to meet a quarterly quota for doing type of community service, community giving back events. So that is one place you can do for free. Another place that might be for free, you can talk to like your local community center. Sometimes they allow you to do stuff like that for free. But the other things might just be a cost. And that's totally fine because, for community centers, it doesn't cost you that much to host events. So it can still keep you in your budget, right? What's new on the block is Airbnbs. I'm not sure if you guys know a chef. I think his name is Derek or David. It's one of the two. Might be saying his name wrong. However, he goes on Facebook Live all the time, or hosts like workshops where he is cooking for maybe 10 to 15 people at a private Airbnb space. And he gets about almost 300 views every time he goes live. And since then, a lot of people have been taking this initiative where they'll host workshops at an Airbnb space that can hold up to a certain amount of people. There are also other places that's like Airbnb that's called like Event Up. That's a website where you can go and look for event spaces that is just targeted to event people who are hosting events versus like an Airbnb where you might be looking for a place to stay, not really hosting an event. But they're both very similar. It's just one is more geared towards events and the other one is geared more to like if you're going to do an overnight stay, but you can still do the Airbnb option as well. So things that are starting to kind of trend off are hotels, but it's also it's also a great way to kind of get into some hotels because a lot of people aren't doing hotels at their events. So you can negotiate with the hotel if you're not going to serve any food. If you're serving food, forget about it. Try to negotiate your price, but their standard pricing is standard pricing. But if you are only going to have water and use their internet, you could definitely negotiate a price. I've gotten hotels down to about $300 to host an event, or maybe about $90 an hour to host an event where all we're doing is water because we're doing more of a workshop style and we're not serving food. But then you can get your little snacks in is if you have like a little goodie bag and put snacks and granola bars, anything that's packaged, the hotel can't charge you. So that is a way if you really want to do like a conference style event without food and then having like food on your own, but your ticket prices would definitely be different on that. And then there's places that are very not popular, but some people are really not utilizing this. Clubs. And you're thinking like, what? I go to the club at night, but they don't use the club space during the day. Day parties are starting to become popular, but not all the time, not through a Monday through Friday type of ordeal. Day parties usually happen on the weekend. So if you like a club space that might be really nice for like a workshop or a brunch type of workshop, you might want to talk to that nightclub because they're not utilizing the space during the day. They have their cleaning crew that comes in after the club is over, and then the club is just basically just sitting. So sometimes you're able to use that space to host your own events as well. And then you want to think about venues that are very accessible. I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, and so we think of something that is like metro, which is like our subway, train accessibility. Or when we don't want to host events in the city because parking is crazy, we want something on Maryland or Virginia side where you have plenty of parking and is easily parking because you don't want your guests to struggle trying to get to your event. I can't find parking. I'm frustrated. I'm already late. So you want something that's going to be, accessibility for them because that makes your event more attractive to attend. Because most of the time when people are looking up events, they look up the address, they look up the venue, and they want to see where is it located, is there parking? And then they start trying to look like, let me see what the venue looks like. So that's my next area, making sure your venue is attractive. And sometimes we can get those hole in the walls that the outside doesn't look attractive, but the inside does. So when Carol talks about marketing, she'll also mention making sure you're having those really good pictures, right? And so you want to just make sure all around that it looks nice, as nice as it's going to be. Now, if you're getting a really good deal or you're getting a space that's free, inside looks great, but outside looks a little suspect, then you just kind of put more marketing for your inside versus outside. And then you want to find venues where you can build relationships with. And the biggest thing that is on the table now for events are WeWork spaces. And so what most people don't know is you don't have to have a membership to do the WeWork space. Sometimes you can connect with somebody else who is paying that monthly premium for their WeWork space and use their networking area, because every WeWork either has an indoor, outdoor space where if they're paying that monthly fee, they automatically get that space. All they have to do is reserve it. And so connecting with some people who may already have that, or if you already want to invest into your brand where you want a little office space that's not in your home, then you get the perks of having a WeWork space where you're able to rent that thing out. And that might be a profit income for you. So those are the 3 areas that I want you guys to focus on when you're thinking about for events. So something that's budget friendly. Think of all the different type of aspects of Airbnb, negotiate with the hotel, libraries, community centers. Think about accessibility. How easy is it to get to? Is it by a metro? Is it by a train? Is it by the subway, the bus? Wherever state you're located, is there ample parking? And then easy foot traffic, because you might have an event where somebody might come right off the street into your event. So you want it still to be in an area where somebody could walk and pass by and say, what is this event about? And buy a ticket right on Eventbrite, right then and there. And you want to have venues where you're able to build a relationship, and that's your WeWork space, and kind of negotiating and talking to people who may already have those WeWork spaces. That gives you that community space where you can rent it out after hours and hold workshops. So that is easy venues for your event. Carol, you can come on back in. And if you guys have any questions, please do let me know.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that was great. That was totally awesome. I love that. Some of the pieces, I don't know what's up with my sound, but I was actually listening to the live one, so there's a little bit of a delay, and so I was trying to watch you for when you come back on.
Gotcha.
So you gave some great tips. Were you able to give your link out if someone wants to get more information from you?
Oh, sure. I'll get that right now over to you. Yes.
Okay.
Let me pull it up.
All right. So what we're going to do, what I want you to do also is when this is over, make sure you put your link down in the comments below, because I'm telling you, she's on fire. I was just sitting there like taking notes as she was talking. And I knew she would be great because I saw so many great things, heard so many great things, see so many great things in her. And I want to say that she is totally organized. All right. She's over here whipping me into shape. And I know some of my clients can relate to that, because sometimes I'm a little bit not quite on it, but Melissa is on it. So, okay, now that you have all that information about your venue, and she's giving you some great tips on where to go, where to find stuff, if you're going to pay or if it's free, now we're going to talk about the marketing piece. And I'm going to, hopefully everything is good here. There we go. All right, so there's just a couple of things that I'm going to share with you on the marketing piece. And if you've heard me say it before, it's okay. I'm like the preacher who keeps telling people, if you know how to get saved, you're going to get saved. Right. And they asked him in the pulpit, why do you keep telling them that? And they were like, well, I'm going to keep telling them that until they actually do it. So I'm going to keep actually telling you this stuff until you're actually able to do it, because this is what's going to help you make that event a success. Now, you need to know these 4 things: who, what, where, and how. The who is, who are you marketing to in the first place? Who is your audience? And I tell people all the time, you can't market to the planet. Everyone is not going to be interested in your event. Everybody doesn't even want to work with you. And everyone can't even get to what you're doing. So who exactly, very specifically, are you marketing to? Is it busy moms who have 2 kids? Is it 60-year-old men who are looking to transition into something else that they're doing? Maybe they're a VP or a director and they want to do something else with their life. Is it middle-aged women who are wanting life themselves. Maybe it's a 30-year-old couple who don't have any kids and they've just bought a house. Maybe those are who you're targeting. But whoever it is, whatever the age group is, whatever they like, whatever they have in common, whatever they read about, because they all read about pretty much the same thing. This group of people that you're going to target, that is who you need to target. So you need to know where they hang out. You need to know who they are. You need to know what their age group is. You know what their likes are. What kind of TV shows do they watch? And you may say, Carol, why do I have to find out all this stuff? It's very important, because when you're marketing to them, you are actually talking to them in their words, the words that they can understand. So you want to make sure that when you're talking to them and you're telling them that this event is for you because it's going to help you to do fill in the blank, whatever it is, you want them to say, oh my God, this is someone I've been looking for forever. I don't know where they've been all my life, and I got to sign up for this event right away. The second thing is the what. What is your event going to do for them? Because what are they looking for? If, for instance, this is this is an event that's going to help them be more productive in the workplace, and they are looking for that, then you're a shoo-in. But if they're looking to be more productive in the workplace and your event is a fashion show and you're marketing it to them, it's really not going to work. They're not going to come. They don't care about a fashion show. So you have to make sure that who you're marketing to and what you're marketing are in line with what the people want. The next thing is the where. Where do these people hang out so that you can know how to market to them? If you get flyers together and go around to all the coffee houses and put your flyers up, and your clients or soon-to-be clients or attendees are not in those coffee houses, you've just wasted a lot of money, you've wasted a lot of time and energy. So you have to know where they hang out. Now, just because you market with social media doesn't mean that your people aren't in real life somewhere. Yes, everybody checks into social media. Everybody wants to know what's going on with social media. They may check in for once a day or twice a day or maybe 10 or 15 minutes a day, but they have real lives somewhere else. So if they're hanging out on Facebook, where else would they hang out in real life? Is it the coffee shop around the corner? Maybe it's that great restaurant that everyone's talking about right now. Or maybe it's the library. Especially if you're going to hold something in a library, maybe your people hang out in the library, where they hang out, and you have to target them specifically where they are. And then your next thing is, which is going to lead me into my second point, is how are you going to reach them? Now, hands down, social media is the number one way to reach people. And social media advertising and social media, it's two different types. It's advertising, and then there's organic reach. Organic reach is when you're on your Facebook page or you're on your Instagram page or Pinterest or something. You create a post, you put it up there, some people like it, they comment on it, they share it, they repin it, they retweet it. That's organic. Then there's advertising, where you create ads that your people, since you know who they are, you know where they hang out, you know what they like, then you target them. Now, you may say, I don't understand Facebook ads. I don't know what to do. It really, really doesn't matter, because if you figure out who your people are, where they hang looking for, you've got the three ingredients right there. That's all into the Facebook ad that you are creating, because you can target people down to what TV shows they watch, what magazines they read, what books they read, what people they follow. And so if you know that stuff about them already, then you can target them online in Facebook, which is the best place to advertise. But you also, some of the other social media things, they have ways to target people because they have they have ads that you can use too. Now, let's say you don't want to spend money. Let's say you want to do organic reach. You want to get out there and you want to show people, okay, I can reach them without it. You will have a tougher time, but it can be done, right? How about creating a video? How about doing some Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives or going on Pinterest or doing Periscope? Live video is king right now. I'm telling you, every platform out there has just about some type of live video. And if they don't, they're going to have some type of live video. And if they have live video, those are the things that they are using that they want you to utilize so that you can reach your audience. Because the next best thing to being there live and in person is actually doing a live on a platform. So you can use social media to do that. Of course, Facebook is the big daddy. Everybody's on Facebook. There's over 2 billion with a B people who are on Facebook right now. So you might as well test out on Facebook. Now, maybe all of your people aren't on Facebook. They may be on LinkedIn, or they may be on Twitter or Pinterest or Snapchat or whatever, depending on the demographics, depending on their age group, depending on their interests. You have to figure out where they are. The point is, once you figure out where they are, once you figure out who you're marketing to, and once you figure out what they want from you, everything else is pretty simple. You can start marketing to them. You can start talking to them. You can find out where they hang out. And it may be that you might not have to spend a lot of money with ads. You might not have to spend a lot of time with creating your posts, because you're going to know who they are. You're going to know what they want. It's going to be like you're in their head. And that is the thing that's going to help you, because if you're in their head and you're offering them what they want, then they're going to want to come to your event because they want more of what you're talking about. They want more of what you're putting in there. They really want to solve their problem. So if you figured out how to solve their problem, and you know that you are the solution to solving their problem, then they're going to seek you and find you. And so all you're doing now is matching that stuff together. I've got this great idea for an event. I know the venue that I want to have it at, and I know the people that I want to come to this because they're going to benefit from it. And I also know what they're going to walk away with when they come to this event. And I know what I'm going to share with them. So if you know all that stuff, wow, you're going to have a great event. You're going to have a great time. You're not going to be pulling too much hair out, because I think we all pull some hair out at some time trying to get things together. But it's going to go down in a really, really good way. Now, if some of this stuff is like stretching your brain and you're like, I don't know exactly what to do, I invite you just to connect with me, and let's get a session together. It's absolutely free. Actually, I do online wow sessions with people, and I help them figure out a lot of stuff. So you can connect with me by going to csicorporation.com/online wow. Sign up for your session. It's absolutely free. And let's see how I can help you market that event, because I have tons and tons of ideas, and I love to share them with you and to help you. Both Melissa and I want you to be successful with this. That's why we took this time out, and that's why we're going to take this time out for the rest of the week through Thursday to come on every night and tell you a little bit about this. Let me bring Melissa back on. Hey there, Melissa. How are you? I'm going to put my thing in because this thing is acting up. So, do you have any parting thoughts as we get ready to roll out of here?
Yes, all of that was really good. And so the importance is that don't get caught up in all the logistics. The marketing and events kind of marriage each other. And so they have to be in a perfect balance where you're not marketing so much that you forget about the run of the show and different things we'll talk about this week. And so this is just a great introduction. So please stay with us for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday when we wrap it up. And, there's not a lot of people who would give you their calendar to get free sessions from us. And so we want to make sure you're very successful in 2019. And so take advantage of that. I'm not saying that you have to go ahead and book with us. And if that's exactly what you want to do, we have no problem with that. But we also just want to give you some insight. And so coming on and getting those calls with Carol and I will definitely help your brand reach different heights for 2019. Because who wants to stay stagnant? You want to make sure you're getting to the next level, right? Level up. Yes.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to go back myself and listen to this whole thing, because I think, Melissa, you just blew my mind with everything you said, all the stuff that's going on. And I want to tell y'all, I say this all the time. Social media has been so good to my business. The people that I have met, the friends, the clients, the JV partners. And I actually met Melissa in one of the groups here on Facebook. And I just put up a post and she replied to it. And we've been kind of, like she said, we've been working on this for several months and trying to get this together, trying to get the dates together. But, you know, I didn't even know who I was really talking to. I mean, when I went up and checked out her profile, I was like, whoa, okay. So I feel like bow down. So but I'm just saying, you just never know. And I always say that social media is social, it's close, because you can reach people who you wouldn't ever think of talking with or connecting with you or whatever, but they will connect with you and talk to you on social media. And, you know, otherwise they may not even say anything. So it's, you know, utilize it, because you can get great friends out of it, JV partners and stuff. And that's kind of all I had to say. So I want thank everyone for tuning in, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow night, because we will be here at 9 o'clock. We got the gremlins worked out, and we are setting this whole event thing on fire, right?
Yes, we are. Thank you guys so much. The link is in the comments if you want to reach me, or you can send me a message on Facebook at Melissa Jakes. And we're so excited to talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right, cool. Everyone have a great night. We will see you here tomorrow night. Bye for now.
Bye.
Okay. I think it's still going off, but hold on just a second.
Okay.